What if I told you that this everyday carry video is going to be slightly different to the ones you've watched before? I've seen a lot of EDC videos in my time, and it always starts and ends with people showing their firearms, Bowie knives, and how they're dressed like Rambo to go out for a coffee. This isn't that kind of video. EDC, or everyday carry, means something slightly different for everyone, and to me, it means the items on my person or in my pockets that I use every single day. By the end of this video, you'll have seen my minimalistic everyday carry, and hopefully it gives you some inspiration for yours, and I'll throw in a little surprise towards the end. Let's get right into it. First, we have the most used item that I own every single day, and that's my iPhone 14 Pro Max. I purchased the iPhone 14 Pro Max almost a year ago, and to be honest, it was the catalyst for starting this exact YouTube channel. All of my early videos were shot on this iPhone. It's the 256GB model, and I got it in the nice white with kind of like the chrome edges. Looks pretty cool. It has very impressive cameras, and although it's not the latest and greatest iPhone 15 Pro Max, I didn't see a need to upgrade because this is extremely versatile and it just is an all-around performer for like a load of different tasks. I keep my phone fairly simplistic. So you'll see when I unlock my phone, I've got no apps on my home screen, and I basically use the side menu or swipe down from the top to do everything. This helps me keep a minimal phone setup. It also minimizes distractions and overall optimizes my phone for productivity. Next up, we have my car keys. I drive an Audi A6, a 2013 model, and it's the Avant, so the estate, the long version. It's full S-Line and it's automatic. I'm massive into cars. Before this, I recently transitioned from a Jaguar XE, and I had a BMW 3 Series before that, and two A4s before that. This in particular, I needed it for work, doing a lot of mileage back and forth. Really appreciate how big this car is in size, and it's basically like a land yacht. I think it's pretty much perfect the way it is. However, I have been considering upgrading the wheels, possibly to TTRS wheels. If you know, you know. Next up, my AirPods. These are the second generation, back when you were able to actually get text written on the front. I have my name. I wish you could still do this. I think now you can only use emojis and stuff like that, so it's a bit strange. But I've had these things for absolutely years. They have never let me down. They have survived a 2-story drop onto a tile floor. I'm pretty sure I've gotten them wet, and yeah, they're still perfect to this day. Recently, I was talking with a friend and, you know, contemplating upgrading to AirPods Pro, but I'm kind of anticipating a new one in the next release, so I think I'm gonna wait. I use these every day. If it's not in work, it's in the gym, or when I'm washing the car, if I'm traveling. They're not noise cancelling headphones, but they do kind of drown out that background noise if you're in the airport or somewhere like that. They still have impressive battery life all these years later, so they've definitely earned a place as a daily carry. Next up, one of my other passions. I seem to have chosen all the expensive passions, but this is the Omega Seamaster 300. It was made famous for being Bond's watch, James Bond. You can see here he's worn a load of different Omega models throughout the years, and the Seamaster is synonymous. There's even James Bond edition, which are really cool, that are made out of titanium. This model in particular is the blue one, and it's extremely versatile. It doesn't matter if you're wearing just blue, if you're wearing grey, if you're wearing black, it just looks great with absolutely everything. And when I'm not wearing that, I'm usually wearing one of my other watches. I have a ton of different watches. I usually go for the Casio. It's basically bulletproof. Any Casio is bulletproof, but this one in particular, it got the name Casio because it looks kind of like the Royal Oak. And Tissot is another one of my favorite watches. I have the Tissot C-Star 1000, which I got in from the US. It wasn't available in Europe at the time, and it's full black PVD. Looks really cool. I highly recommend you get an automatic watch or a quartz watch, but this whole thing of smartwatches and Apple watches, they don't count. So get yourself a real watch. It'll change your life. So this next one is not a daily carry, but I thought I'd mention it because it looks to be becoming that way, and that's what's filming this video, the Fujifilm X-T5. I only got this recently, a few months back, and it was expensive, but it's probably one of the best things I've ever bought. It's essential when I'm going traveling. I bring it anywhere I can, anywhere I think I could get cool photos. I'd highly recommend you get a proper camera of your own, because I'm a big proponent of taking photos on your iPhone. We have fantastic cameras now, but when you buy a real full frame camera or a crop sensor camera, it just changes your perspective on everything. You can get photos you never could get before. It is now my primary tool for creating YouTube content, so I hope you're enjoying the video because it's all of the Fujifilm X-T5. Without that, I don't think it would look as great. If you are enjoying the video, I recommend you check out my last video on some desk setup upgrades that matter in 2024, and also how starting a YouTube channel will change your life. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.